This is Todd Richard coming to you from South Bend, Indiana. If you're like me and you like to play a little bit of pool, I'm here to help. Right now I'm in my friend Steve's basement, who is also the cameraman, so thank him for the great quality. And we're here to really help you out, trying to do what we can, and any kind of feedback is nice. Got any questions you want to know? Like me, a little bit, go ahead and ask me. I'm free. I love pool, can't stop playing it, and I'm here to help you out. If you're a beginner, this video is probably going to be really good for you, but I'm definitely going to be coming up with more videos as time goes on to help everybody else progress. I want to really just bring you through the basics, make sure you know how to play some pool, and have a lot of fun doing it. First thing I'm going to be showing you is called the open bridge. The open bridge is a very common technique used in pool, but it's very, very useful. I would say as a novice, go ahead and try and get used to this. Now it's going to be uncomfortable at first, and just like the closed bridge, which I will be showing you later, but as soon as you're comfortable with it, it's going to open up a lot of different doorways. It's going to really help out your game. Now first off, what a lot of novices do is they'll bring their hands over here to the side because they feel a kind of comfort here, but what they don't realize is they're resting their body weight on just a portion of your palm. And what this is going to do is it's really going to throw off your shot. Now, what I want you to do is simply place your hand flat on the table. Palm has most of your weight on it. Now, just suck your knuckles up, like so. Not too hard. I mean, you should be able to see, for the most part, it's very simple. After that, you just bring up the thumb, and you're making a nice little strip for your pool stick to glide across. Now, this is gonna really, really help out your game. For now, though, I want you to start with just using your open bridge, coming through, stroking the ball. Just get used to it, because once you get used to this grip, you'll be able to move up in not only skill, but also you'll get a lot better understanding, because you'll know what you're doing, and you'll see why striking the ball the wrong way and like how just a little bit will truly throw you off. Now that you've seen your open bridge, now it's time to move on to the closed bridge. The closed bridge is very commonly used because it truly is, it's the best thing you're going to use if you want really good English. I'm not saying you can't get good English off of an open bridge, but with a closed bridge, you can just really take it to the next level. But it's going to be uncomfortable at first, and it takes a long time. It took me about a month and a half, 2 months to just really get it down. I mean, just to feel comfortable with it. Comfortable when you shoot. Because if you're uncomfortable, there's not much of a chance you're actually going to be able to get your shot done. Now, a couple easy steps. You can do your OK symbol. Simply run your stick right on through, and then wrap your fingers underneath. I'm going to bring it down onto the table. Got a lot of table between these three fingers. I'm grabbing a lot of felt, as much as I can. You'll see a lot of people shoot like this, which isn't necessarily horrible. I mean, I'm not going to find you and shoot you if you don't, or if you do this, but honestly, I'm trying to suggest to you, just try and keep it wide. You don't want to go so far that you're completely uncomfortable, because then you'll never get used to it. You see a lot of people that'll kind of, when they do it, they'll stick their three fingers together on the bottom, and once again, everybody has their own way of shooting pool, but through what I've seen and the pool halls that I've gone to, the really good players, they don't mess around. They're very flawless in which way they hold their cue. And 95% of the time, I see them shooting the closed grip. Alright, now you've come along pretty far. You got yourself an open bridge, you got yourself a closed bridge, starting to get into what you're doing. Now, the next very, very important part of your shot is going to be your stroke and stance. Now, I put these two together because really your stance is really going to be your base for everything, because you want to be comfortable when you're shooting, and your stroke is very, very dependent upon your stance, because if you're giving yourself a bad stance, your stroke's going to be thrown up. What I'm trying to show you here is give you a good, solid stroke. I really want you to understand that, like, how important your stance and your stroke is going to be. Here, I'll go ahead and give you a demonstration. Man, I'm 6'2", so I really have to crouch down to this table. I gotta You know, really just get down with it. You see, I'm right here. Notice the way my body is shaped. I mean, well, don't notice the way my body is shaped. Just pretend I'm skinny. But notice the way in which I'm bent. I'm down as low as I can to the table. My pool stick is riding as level as I can possibly get it right now, because the more level your pool stick is actually going to be to the table, the more accurate you're going to be when you're shooting. You're going to get down. You're going to put a lot of weight on that left leg. Oh, if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, vice versa. Just fill in the gaps here because I'm not a perfect teacher. You're going to be putting a lot of weight on your front leg, and you're going to be putting not a whole lot, but enough to balance yourself on that front hand. And when you shoot, you want to keep your hand underneath your arm the best you can, because when you're doing this, you got to remember to keep yourself straight, aligned, and when you do it, it's going to come up very nice. Now, when you're playing against other more experienced players, you'll notice a lot of times they'll kind of do these half strokes. Now, on these half strokes, they're just kind of sitting there doing this, you know, and they're getting ready for the shot. They've been just doing it for a long time, and personally, I'm impatient, and I just want them to shoot the ball. But can't have it your way, I guess. Anyways, they'll do this, and they'll do it over and over and over again. And you'll notice, you know, after first stroke or second stroke, they're starting to actually get into a really good rhythm. They see that where they're going to hit the ball, where the contact ball is going to hit the other ball, and the other ball is going to go into the pocket. And they've got the straight line, they've got it divided out, and they know what's going to happen. And they do this, and this is going to really help you out, because if you've ever heard the term muscle memory before, your body will naturally take over for you. Like, I don't even have to think about it much anymore. And a very neat trick for you to learn is this one. Just sit here like this, and you see this line on the pool table where you got your actual pool table and where it begins touching the felt. What I want you to do is I want you to be directly over your stick, and I want you to stroke through over and over again, and I want you to cover up that line as many times as you can in a row and do the best you can at it, because what this is going to do is it's going to form muscle memory. You're going to remember this come when you need to make that serious 8-ball shot. And it personally helped me out. A person who actually worked at the pool hall showed me this, and it seems juvenile and stupid at first, but once you get used to it and you actually do it, it actually helps out a lot. So that's your stance. I mean, some people are taller, some people are shorter, but for the most part, you kind of want to be sticking around this general stance. You want to make sure that your weight is balanced, you're distributed, and just truly try and feel comfortable, especially in these first couple of stages. You know, I mean, it might not be a month or two before you actually get used to going around, you know, shooting at very bad, very strange angles in which you truly don't want to do. So for now, work on these basics and do what you can. Learn what you can. If you got any questions, comments, you want to know anything individual, go ahead and send me a message. I'll gladly reply. And thanks for tuning in.